So well, he won the major, and the AQ team delayed the release by 1 day, but it's worth the wait. Entropy has misused Abode for manipulation. Find out what this entity plans for lore. So, past Unraveled 5. Okay, this is way too darn awesome. Okay, what is this? Play as Grimveil in this week's release. So we're going to play as this guy. I remember this guy. This was some necromancer, I think. Yeah, some Brilhardo necromancer. I've seen him. Past Unraveled 5. Rutan's second rule of semi-classical organics. Well, that's one long name. Okay, so let's play this. Past Unraveled V5. Rutan's second rule. Okay, there we are. I'm glad you came, Molu. It is fruitious. We even know what I have learned. We owe Erebus a favor for that discovery, although I doubt very much he would appreciate such. Drakath has revealed to me that someone is mucking in my mechanisms, someone unknown. They go by the name Rutan or Entropy, but neither appear to be true titles. Okay, this is too damn cool. Okay, Erebus learned of it himself but sought to hide it, and so Drakath came to me instead. Okay, well, Drakath? Why would he help us? Drakath seems to be very keen on annoying Erebus. This is the second time he's revealed some plot of that annoying shadow. Well, yes, it is. Last time I think he messed with Past Unraveled 4 or 3, I think. How were they mucking about in your mechanisms? Why call me? Falarin is still off-world. Entropy was blazing through to access Falarin's own memories, but the events concerned most closely to the memories of a Brilhardo named Grimveil. You need to know this. It is critical. I'm going to actually create a loop. I'm opening a new door on an already open one. Oh my god. You will be viewing someone else previously using my mechanics. Wow, that sounds somehow dangerous. It is. So while within, just play the part as Grimveil originally did as much as possible. Do not in any way interact or change things. We will talk afterward. Okay, so Abode loading. He changed our armor, and okay. This isn't shabby. Okay, the Brilhardo may not have won the war to preserve our arts, but we will rise again. Yeah, most of the Brilhardos went to the light. He's one of the few who still practices darkness, who still prays to the Dark Lord. What a predictably unimaginative response. Why are you people such uncreative fools? Also, you are about to blow yourself out of creation. That method of attempting necromancy has no stability. Oh, shadows. Oh, for pity's sake. Oh well. So we gotta fight shadows. Okay, I guess I will fast forward these battles out. We can't change the armors. So let's see what weapons do we have. Okay, my weapons are still there. My spells are still there. But, you know, no armor change. Can't use any. There's armor, doesn't have any skills. So, I think I'm gonna attack him with Nemesis Condemnation. Okay, so, fast forward time. Abominable Exalt, maybe. No, wait. Yeah, blue blade, so do. Water, hey, that's not bad at all. Fun. Okay, that's hurt. Idiot. So let's do it again. Another, blue blade. Okay, it's hurt again. I'm not gonna use the spell, I think. I should be able to take it down just like this. I don't need to use the spell. Oh, right, this guy is weak. I can take it out like this only. I'll preserve my mana for future threats or enemies. Yeah, like that. Very easy. Very easy. Okay, there we are. Shadow Ball. 107 level. Okay, this one is pretty good too. So it's fire and wind. So I think I need to take out my wind or fire wind. Let's stick with my Omni-Light Blade, my favorite weapon. So, Omni-Light Blade and click on it, maybe. So now weapons use magic damage. Still fire rate. Energy, no, fire. Okay, so let's do spells. Wind and heal. Great. Okay, that's, well, that was easy. Very easy. Hey, more shadow wind, more. And I got healed. Yes, I got healed. That's a good thing. Okay, let's see, wind. Where's my wind? There's a common. Let's see, man. Okay, these guys aren't exactly hard to take down. The shadow has taken on the appearance of a behemoth. Okay, the behemoths were rebound, right? Okay, whatever. Maybe, continue. Okay, this seems to be good. Okay, well, that was 1-0-5-2. That was one long, huge damage. Okay, let's do it again. There, almost. So I think I should a normal attack. There, it's dead. Behemoth's dead.
Choose exhume. Missions. It is getting attack. Let's keep it up. Hey, there, it's not bad at all. I didn't quit. Let's do that again. It's a little bit slow, but fine. Hey, there, you quit, buddy. No more flash magic. I don't want flash magic. I want to hunt this guy down. I can't use my skills, which is really sad. My SP is going to be. Oh man. Let's see. Hey, no more can withstand more than one. I think this should do. That will restore some XP each turn. Yeah, it did. That's restore some XP every turn. But for now, I don't need XP. I need to kill this guy quick. It's getting boring now. I'm trying to do some like SP spell, maybe. It's absolutely nothing. It's just healing grunge. Yeah, that's what I should do. Attack, draw mana. Yeah, like that. More mana means meat. Okay, more mana. Oh, this is good. 490 MP. Use my Exhume again. Oh, let's see. Exhume. Yeah, just like that. That was epic. I should just keep using spells. One more spell and this guy is done for. Yes. Or maybe not. I think I should just use one more time. Should be enough. He doesn't dodge them.
I've had enough battles. Okay, it was the last battle. Okay, do you try to exterminate us on your own time, Grimveil? We have more pressing matters. Matters like what? Who are you? Had you any sense? While the Chosen and their hangers-on were fighting, you would have lay waiting to set other plans in motion. I did. I was in Darkovia during the war. While I can barely believe that, my research tells me that your words are true. Who are you? Why do I? You are a friend, so you can call me Rutan. To the rest of the world, I'm Entropy. What is equally obvious and true, however, is that you have made no progress in your studies, nor have you learned anything from the experience. But I have used my connections and have access to something that can assist. Okay, well, what's that? Is that a door? The Lore Master's Hall. He will detect us. Will he then? You are so unimaginative. No, he won't. And the abode itself will not. Long have I been preparing. His ignorance has been assumed by those even more contemptible than you. I do not see what you will hope to gain by prodding on at those events. No, not Rutan. I do not know you to be a friend. I will reckon I will stick with your public title. I do not see what you hope to gain by prodding those events. Entropy. I seek to help you learn what you will, Grimveil. Not that it will change your fate or mine or fate. Entropy is the fate that awaits us all. Now go, relive that which you have forgotten. Okay, and he goes to the Hall of Memories, construction site of the new Temple of Hope, Terran. There we are. How goes the progress on the statue of the Gallon? Oh my god, they're making a statue of the Gallon. Deborah, more slowly than I would like. I'm not certain of this placement for the mad statue. I think we may need to move along them together in a larger alcove. Worth, the sun and the shadow stone delivers from Stone Deep are delayed, and the Shadow Knights tell me a Vandalian council is charging a massive excise tax against Terran, but we are their ally now. No, against me. I used to date the assessor's sister. Long story. Oh my goodness, Meyer is an idiot. And the hair, I thought that with so much Vandalian imports, having a Vandalian in the construction was supposed to smooth the process. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Diviara says, you are far too distracted to work, Brilhado. You should join your son in Darkovia. He seems irritated. I must have been more distant than I thought. What is Entropy on about? This is not my history. Is this some game? Says Grimveil. Grimveil has now like playing. We are playing Grimveil, who was playing what was his name again? Diviara. Okay. Well, that's great. Your moping about here is actually hindering rather than aiding my progress. I can hold the fort until you return. Why bother? I can see the war from here. Because Von Krieger and Obsidia are there. What's the point? I would just... Oh, they're talking about the war of extinction, the one that destroyed all the Paladins and Necromancers. I would just be playing Hobbit here. They seem quite determined in their course. Obsidia will not be happy that we refused her summons to begin with, and Von Krieger wouldn't even see me, no less listen to me. because he was a necromancer. He is a necromancer. He was a mysterious necromancer, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he was. He's right, you know. Says Drakath. I know Arctics all too well. He can be quite single-minded. Yes, he can be. Hello, Prince Drakath. Do you really think so? I know so. Unfortunately, so do I. Of course, Brilharo, were I you, I would heed the architect's advice anyway. Really? And why, pray tell? Your son is here. He isn't bound to be caught in the crossfire. Point taken, but I have duties to the crown, and to you. Neither will have gone anywhere in your absence. Like Mir, am eager to get out from under your thumb, and the king understands family. Well, yeah, Divyara saved Drakath. He turned him from a dragon to a human again. Okay, well, okay. There comes Trallin. I certainly do. Your Highness, I seriously regretted not being at Stone Deep when my father died. I would not have you risk the same fate. Go, Divyara. He nearly killed himself with that metanoia potion. Regret is an understatement. Were you a lesser man, you might say it would be my just deserts. Do not be ridiculous, you are my friend. What happened there was lifetimes away, and you are not a lesser man. No, he is not. Indeed, he has not. Why do I have the feeling the three of you planned this all along? Whistles. I'm sure I have no clue what you are on about. Whatever gave you that idea, call it a hunch. Well, you have been uselessly moping around the castle for 3 days. Well, I totally don't understand this. What's happening? This has always been, complicated for me. Have been uselessly moping around the castle for 3 days? That might make one think something had to be done. Go and witness history, even if this once you are not to be part of, my friend. Now, Mar, about your friend in the Wandering Trade Guild. Gulp. Of course, he was wrong. All are part of history, and all are pulled by entropy toward their fate. Okay, there we now possess Divyara, and we go to meet his son. What was his son's name again? I don't remember. Okay, so light and energy. So I think I am going with my zombie bane staff. I can always use radiant beam strike. This is my favorite spells. Okay, great. Steering light has blinded your zombie. I'm going to fast forward these out. Battles out.
Okay, let's use it. Radiant strike again. After that, let's kill him. The zombie's not someone who died, it was the someone who's happy to be left there. Survived something like the fully I think I need to switch again. There. The phantasm of the luminous room has phased to a foe. Okay, but normal attack should do. Yep. Right. Okay, let's go. Next battle. It's undead spell sword. These guys revamps look awfully cool. Okay, so I need to do that again, radiant strike. Okay, not bad. His dexterity is pretty high, but I think I can do this without, healing myself. Yeah, let's try. I love fighting undead. Okay. Again. Hey, it's not bad. It's good. Again. Yeah, 503. A little more. Okay. There. Unless next battle, Paladin Artillery. Okay, so now we're fighting in the war. Yes, this is definitely the war. I need to change my weapon, darkness weapon, spells, the routine. Okay, that's good. One more spell I think will do just fine. She's weak, the spell in artillery. But she's worth. Okay, yes, one more attack, and the Paladin is Emperor, a crossbow wielding soldier of the Paladin Order. Holy might. Okay, those guys are weak. Okay, there. Way too easy. Let's see, Cyclops. Wait, we're supposed to fight Cyclops? Wait, are we just throwing random monsters at us? Random night monsters? Hey, whoa, that hits Mark. Cyclops. Cyclops is supposed to have one eye, right? They have one in the middle. Okay, it almost looks like they have two little tiny white eyes, Have you seen that once again? This is one of my favorite spells, no matter what. Okay, 81 left. Want me to do hard? Okay, just one more attack, and this guy is done for.
Okay, that hit hard. That was hard. Let's do it again. Yes. Here we are, victory. I'm sorry, what was it you were saying? And this is Divyara's son. What was his name? His name was Amilara. Yes, Amilara. I said I expect Cagliari back with a report at any moment. There it is, Cagliari. Paladin Axe Masters, we need to fight more paladins, oh man. Forgotten Ghastly Totem. Okay, let's zoom in. Well, this is one strong guy. I think I'll run out of mana fighting him. Well, I like his hair. Mine are better. Okay, let's do it again. Zoom in. I just love Entropy. Okay, so after I'm done with this, I am going to like read the EQ timeline on topic on the forum, the official forums. So if you want to read it too, there's a link in the description. Please make sure you click it if you want to really understand this stuff. I think I'm being a little forgetful. A little skim through it will help me. Okay, so now let's fast forward these out.
One little attack will do. Out of mana. Yep, done. Okay, let's go, move on. There's another Paladin artillery, but it's weaker, so it shouldn't be hard dealing with someone like this. Okay, again. Okay, well, this is one long quest. Okay, it's really long. I like it. I like the length. I like lengthy quests. I mean, they've been having a lot of jokes and short quests lately. But whatever, let's just continue. Wait, let's do it again. Attack. There.
Okay, victory. Okay, how goes the war, soldier? Divya, ouch, you might have chosen a more fortunate analogy, Amila. Maybe, but the results of these actions are quite plain. Quite so. Losses are close on all sides, but at the moment the Paladin Order seems to be being karmically rewarded for their instigation of this affront. Commander, watch out. Okay, more monsters, this time undead mages. So I need my zombie bane staff. I'm gonna fast forward these battles out too.
Radiant strike, good old radiant strike. Okay. Okay, that's good. Stone attack. Yes, he didn't attack. Radiant strike. Again. Yep. Done. See, like a lion in a hole. Okay, now I can move on. Give it to my life and it's go for it. Okay. So I need 1, 2, need 1, good dashing. It's okay. Not bad at all. It's doing good. I like this. Season 5 spells. 5 change armor, so no points at all. Strong quests. Okay. Okay, let's do it again. There. Attack. Okay, just one more attack should do the trick until spell forward. Okay, let's do it. Attack. Die to monster. Yes, monster is dead. Okay. Oh man, more of these guys. Cyclops. Okay, let's see. Weapons. I saw Paladin Vs Totem. Okay, spells. Exhume it. Not bad. I need one more. Their dexterity is 0. Okay, that's a good thing. They're the perfect things to use spells on. Yes, they're perfect. I think I'm going to use another on this guy, and then let's save it for later. Next battle. Okay, one more attack, and this guy's probably done for. Unfolding Darkness. Okay, let's do it again. Whoa, yep, that was it. Victory. Yes. More? Wow, yeah, seriously. Okay, zoom in. This is probably the last battle. The foe is fearless. Oh my god. They really need fear and similar effects. Wow. This guy's awesome. This gal's awesome. See the gal.
Okay, this should probably have been the last battle. Yes. The commander must be thrilled. He is less than enthusiastic. How ironic it would be for our own order to succeed where Father House failed. But he sees the fighting as an invaluable reward of what in the world was that? I beg your pardon? I felt it too. Cagliari, redirect your friends and those who remain loyal to fall back to Darkovia and take no further part in this senseless folly. My friends, perhaps, but I will stay at your side. No, my son is right. Cagliari, you need to fall back. Why, Amilara would never turn from me in an hour of need. I shall not do so now. We need to go to the front, Cagliari, and that would not be a safe place for you. And do you think the paladins fighting there will slow long enough to recognize that the two of you are not enemy Brilhado either? What? A fair point though. Enough. A fair enough point, Cagliari. Except that you are talking about Amilara and I. We can keep them at bay with the cold alone if it came to that. And I do not intend for it to go that far. On the other hand, if you were there, my son would just be worried for your well-being. In other words, and I say this not to be inconsiderate, but rather with genuine affection, your being there puts Amilara at greater risks than any aid you can offer. You are a liability. Put like that, I suppose you are right. He's very right, friend. You know me very well. I could not rest for a moment. I would not be on my toes. More fighting. Hold on. Oh crap. More fighting. This better be the last of it. Let's take my zombie main staff. Man, lightning strike. Their dexterity is minus. These guys are also the best to use what do you call that? Yeah, spells on. These guys are easy targets. Lightning strike. Okay. There's great. Your opponent endures the dazzling light.
Okay, stuck my life. Stuck. Yep, that was fairly easy. Next master. Darkness. Okay. Let's see. Zombie. Supporting acid token. View. His dexterity is pretty low too. Better. It's good that I saved my mana. Okay. He did well, it was great. But still half of his health is still left. Still great. Going great. Sad. Change of the word. Being on the word. Sad. Oh wow, great. Do it again. Just 3 more attacks, and this axe monster is dead. I'm sorry, axe monster, I shall kill you. I must kill you, even though this is a flashback. Okay, kill that. Just 1 more attack left. Oh, this seems to be going faster, you know. Attack. More attack. Yep. Oh my god.
That is one strong attack. Okay. Next. If you are both sure, we are very sure, Cagliari, sound the retreat and good luck. And good luck to you as well. Okay, he sounds a necromancer sound the retreat. You were thinking that we may need it, weren't you? Something very definitely is wrong. Of course, had Amilara known what was actually coming, just how wrong things were getting, he must have kept Father Lux much closer to home. Father Lux, I think, yes, that's Cagliari. If I'm not wrong, Father Lux is Cagliari, right? Or is it Erebus? Well, whatever. Let's just. I think it's Cagliari. Okay, not that such would have spared any of them. It is an unstoppable force. What? Entropy cannot be denied. Wait. There comes entropy. Now let us see what it was you were doing at the time. Okay, while all of this was happening, Grimveil, past self, there are those who will tell you that now is the time to fall back, to rest upon our laurels. Those who will state that the order of mysterious necromancers' guidance is suspect, their purpose, manipulation. They are, of course, correct. The order of mysterious necromancers offers nothing in the long run but deception. They were founded on a lie, and their goals are in their own advancement. In the end, the time will come for us to cast off the yoke of these would-be leaders. Present self. I remember this clearly, Entropy. What is the point of this? If you would learn what I have to teach you, Brilhado, then observe. But I tell you, those individuals who cling to the tatters of diplomacy as if somehow they could will peace into existence are no better leaders for the Brilhado than those plagued magi who hide their acts behind an image of another. You are inspiring, short-sighted and driven by your arrogance, but inspiring. These pacifists act out of vision, but not out of vision, but out of fear. The world of Lord is changing. Faced with such a change and the uncertainty that comes along with it, these diplomats would run old and hide like the Drakath of old, who, in the hope that they could hide from the uncreators passing, took to the mountains for 100 years, 1,000 years. My father led the Brilhado in the wake of such a ruler. I've seen directly the results of such cowardly guidance, and it is very same deposed leaders whose counsel now suggests that we should turn our sight from this conflict. Are they talking about the Viara? Where the wishes of the Calligra family realized that the Brilhado would be reduced to an afterthought, a footnote on the pages of history. Worse, the very creatures that slew my father offers Dracal King guidance at the hand of that same family. Oh, are they talking about Drakath? This is very confusing. I don't really get it. The very creature that slew my father offers the Dracal King guidance at the hand of the same family. Okay, he's either talking about Diviara or Drakath. Okay, well, whatever. Diviara, okay, he's talking about Diviara indeed. Diviara Calligra may be loyal to the Uncreator, but he is a traitor to the Brilhado, to our people, to our culture, and to our history. And his son Amilara is an apostate who would lead us in a different war entirely, a civil war from within, seeking to liberate the very creatures who owe their continued existence to intervention, but who ungratefully shove us away. The rightful place of a kind is as the rulers of this weak and failing world, not as after images barely able to hold on to their own light, no less lead their creation and bring life and light to the darkness. Remember, we did not create this war, and those who say that we are equally capable in rising to the bait of our aggressors are engaged in subterfuge. We respond to the threats on our very way of living. Not responding to such aggression is the same way as acquiescence to the aggressor, and I will teach you that such action will never stand. It is the paladins who brought this new calamity upon our heads, and it is the paladin order who must pay the levy and tariff that is due for such actions. There are those who are calling now for an election among our people, who would defy the record and wishes of our late great ruler Shroudbird, my father, in selecting his own replacement. Who would add to this conflict a battle of succession? Have we not faced enough in this unprovoked war on our very livelihoods without adding internal drama to the conflict? And yet you were unable to hold all of this together. Why? The ley lines were disrupted. Nothing I said here ultimately could stand against changes to the fabric of magic itself. Is that so? I think another cause at play. Make me well, down the past self-esteem. Okay, mark me well. Down that pathway lies the bones and ashes of our enemies, the people of Vandar, ruled by acclamation, and their rulership created the very foundation that the Brilhalo used to reclaim our foothold in this world. Ask yourself, what is being sounded in such a call? Who might the Skelegras and why might the Kelegras and those like them wish to interfere with the orderly and proper succession of the Brilhado people? I say unto it, it is no wonder that Diviara Calegra would support such a course. Okay, Grimveil is the prince, who was supposed to be the prince, but the king gave his royal chair to Diviara. Okay, it is no wonder because he, as a wearer of the mantle, used just such a tyranny of the majority to control Vandar, nailed and ultimately deadened. Calegra is no better than a hypocrite, and he will use such a illusion of choice to guide a people not into glory, but into the faded memories of the past that he offers as a false hope of the world to come. You know that which has fallen does not simply rise again, but that which has fallen can be made to rise by the very arts we have mastered for so long. We must stand strong. The Brilhado must respond to any threat to our sovereignty and authority with unflinching determination and single-minded perseverance. We must see through false promises and hopes and build a future based upon the glory of our past station rather than on the memories of a world since lost to us. Grimveil, the rightful leader of the Brilhado people and general of our necromancers, has spoken. Okay, well, I know all of that. I know what happened. You are wasting my time. You know nothing. You know but a single view on the larger picture, blinded by ignorance. You are a fool, son of Shroudbird. Now, listen to me or perish. Did you threaten me? On the contrary, foolish child, you threaten yourself with your untamed gains. I see you question my power, though. I will now use the hall to show you what the powers themselves know. I shall reveal to you things you could never have known. Okay, there is Cagliari. It is not merely undead that come. Okay, it's Cagliari thinking. It is not merely undead that come. Whether the living Darkovians come in support of the undead or fleeing for their own reasons, I cannot say. But the refugee camp is rapidly spilling past its border and will need to be expanded again in another day or so at this rate. Okay, good evening, Lore Master. Good evening, Brother Lux. Yes, this is Lux, Cagliari. With respect, Lore Master, why are you here? As under the distinct impression that the Pantheon was maintaining a policy of strict neutrality in these affairs. There is. Valorant. Yes, I've missed the guy. Kid Val. I have never been one to sit around idly. My fellows can make all the proclamations they want, and the official position does indeed remain one of non-interference. But I have taken the position, supported by those same individuals, that the non-interference paradigm is restricted to the actual conflict. The camp, therefore, is outside of the matter, and I have received calls seeking aid. It must take a particular individual to contact you. Once maybe I've been a bit less than secretive about my home number and address of late, though. Oddly enough, my requests for aids come from two very desperate sources. Lady Kenara and her half-brother. Okay, so the the Dracopires are asking Val for help. Okay, no, that may have been unusual, but it hardly would have been odd, given the fact that Lady Kenara and Lord Donovan both have a standing agreement with me. Interestingly, neither party has asked me for aid in these events. I think they both know that my taking a direct hand would be problematic. Note, Grimveil, the impunity with which I access these memories, he has no awareness of this. Who are you, Brilhado, and how are you mucking around with my back doors? What? Erebus, the real Erebus is here. Blasted, the Shade would notice, wouldn't he? Well, you are no part of the business, Shade. You are not even on lore. These events do not concern you. You, I see. Up to your own games are you then? And just what is your cause? My cause is entropy. You will not interfere, or I will unveil the mechanism of your access to the lore master myself. Oh, such nastiness. No need. I'm interested to observe what you seek to create. But more transmorphers are coming. They are not in my control, so you'll need to make it through. Blast, deal with the creatures, Grimveil. Okay, so final last creatures. I'm going to fast forward these battles out too. Transmorphers are always annoying. Poultry Gust. Okay, Earth.
Into an evil version of itself by a transmorphing device. Okay, so I think I'm gonna need, so where's my energy weapon? I do have an energy weapon, right? Firelight. What the? Don't have one? Energy. Don't have an energy weapon? That can't be the case. Whoa, I just don't. Come on. Wait, I have the Omni Blade. Yes, it is an energy weapon. Okay, there, it's an energy weapon now. Thank you. I'm so stuck. That's your word, good enough. Yes, it works. It's not bad. Just one more left. Okay, one more spell. Oh crap. It's transmorphing, isn't it? Yeah, transmorph. Biting me and stuff. Okay, do that. Oh well, let's do it again. Do that. Attack.
There it is. My requests come from one of the highest members of the Paladin Order, the Paladin whatever, and a very particular necromancers, Amilara Celegra. You know both parties, I think. Conservatory has sought your aid in this conflict, and what did he seek? The same thing that Amilara Celegraga did actually, which is actually why I have responded. The same thing, the protection of the people who have been seeking shelter here from being caught in the crossfire. Those who have gathered under the banner of one of the various lords and ladies who rule this region have their own protection. But those who have taken up shelter here can turn to neither Donovan nor Senera, neither Constantine nor Senera nor Saphiria. Well, yeah, Tarkovians, because they will eat them up. Our comrades here, Cagliari, are the only true innocents in this conflict, and neither Commander Conservati nor Amilara wishes to see you caught in the inevitable crossfire. Amilara, I understand, but why would Conservati would involve himself in this way, especially knowing that it might be considered an act of treason by some within his order? I cannot begin to speculate of the motives of the man. I can only say that those motives are genuine. Perhaps Conservancy shares more than Commander Paladin than their station or strikingly familiar appearance. Yeah, they do look quite similar. More interlopers, Grimveil. The shade may not be stopping us, but his presence has stirred the infestation. Oh man, this is just way too long. I'm going to fast forward these battles out too. Okay. Attack. Oh man, let's attack again. So what's next? Found 7 seconds. Commander Paladin himself is bound by the same non-intervention that the others are. It is a risk that the lady even allows you to be involved, but she knows that this is your direct home and that these are your people. What happened in Luminovia is long ago, but what has happened to you here is very fresh indeed. Yes, I suppose so. I guess I can understand Koreservi. I'm gonna call him Koreservi. Koreservi's motivation, but it seems he takes a grave risk in making such a proclamation publicly. Unquestionable, there are those who in the order who would disagree with his choice. Very few in the order would dare impugn his motives. After what Konzaravi suffered for the order, he is viewed as entitled to his eccentricities. And there comes the Blairhado lady, or whatever. I think we killed her, didn't we? I see my lady of light, like the Celestian, is fully prepared to skirt the boundaries of the non-intervention order. Blairhado Rich, the barrier is weak at Quadrant 3 Sector 7 and at Quadrant 4 Sector 9. Are you certain we cannot simply do estate transference as before? I'm certain. Okay, oh well. Muscles Fowler. Very certain, Lady Morimas. Given my own direct involvement in the Lodian Palatine transport of large numbers of Darkovian undead and Darkovian creatures into Celestia for an unknown duration, it would raise questions I would be unable to answer. Many would consider it a direct violation of the far point. And learning what I did, so with the sufferance of Lorithia, but not with her authorization, would only increase those tensions. Why? Assume that the answer is because he fought beside many of you in Donovan's actions. He even fought against many of you, which is bound to have been a lasting impact on someone as introspective as Korzarvi. No, I did not mean that. I mean, why are you doing this? Why are any of you involved? You have aided us before. And Cagliari, you know very well that war makes for strange friends. This is not an answer. You know something about this. That you are not sharing. Oh well, if that were so, Caligari, how would you asking aid the situation in any manner, shape, or form? In fact, how would your asking do anything other than to draw unnecessary attention to the fact that, oh, hello, Gil. Hello, Giliara. I thought he died. He died, didn't he? Hello, Fal, and why, if it isn't Cagliari Lux? Hello, my old friend. I think he died, didn't he? Just what is this? The Giliara experiment can only mean that the Lady of Light is taking a firm and direct hand in these matters. Yes, yes, he was the communicant of the Lady of Light. I think he died. Maybe he came back, maybe later. Oh man, I don't exactly remember. Commander Paladin was so excluded, and so instead she sends one of her most direct servitors. And given Giliara's status, is gonna even more likely to be perceived as being her direct meddling in the affairs occurring here. Why would she do that? I had to be sure neither of my relations was present before landing here. I have been forbidden from direct contact with my brother and nephew in this event. Nor can I aid directly nor offer assistance to either side of the warring parties. My attention is instead focused on the plight of my people and those of the undead. The plight of your people, the Brilhado, all Brilhado, and not merely the necromancers have been affected by this war, and in its aftermath they stand to be affected even more surely. My purpose in regard to them is simple. I was the first Brilhado communicant of the lady since the fall. With the changing face of the Lord, we expect others may soon follow my lead. I am to aid the passage of those of our kind who would seek service under the lady in Alodia. Eh? What? Shakes head. Be silent, Giliara. We cannot. He is too involved. Besides, your brother is on the front this very moment. They will learn. I see. Tell my brother and nephew that I miss them. It has been too long since either of them has visited Alodia. Look, yeah, I think he can only visit the spiritual realm or something. Okay, this is getting too much. I think I need to read a summary again. Oh man. You really intend to keep what is secret, dear. You know, secret. We have said to, I've said to, I've said to. Okay, I think this is a bug. Bah, the transmorphers are interfering with the replay. Oh, deal with them. Crap, more of them. Beastly bush baby. Okay. And this one fires with fire too. And fire. Yes, fire. Weapon. I have an Omni Blade. Let's just stick with the attack. Good old attack. Beastly bush baby. I'm gonna fast forward this out.
Okay, this goes right here. Again. Next, or instant a poultry dust. Okay. Earth kills the monsters. So start of 3. Kick collapses. More kick collapses. Yeah. One more kick collapse. That's probably gonna do. Collapse. There we are.
We have said too much. Cagliari understands that they will be depending on him. That is the best we can do. Yes, I suppose so, Giliara. We must depart. Time to leave, Cagliari. Send my regards to everyone. Okay, just what in the world is going on here? A fair question, just what is going on? Why show me this? It formed the backdrop. It showed the willingness of the powers to flaunt the rules. And it was here that Cagliari was attacked. He sought to aid some young undead, and the Paladin Xander captured him and beat him to near death, disassembling him and crushing his skull. Yet it was you, Grimveil, who ultimately saved him, though you tried to profit from that, didn't you? I did. I tried to demand his cooperation in return for healing him, and he refused. I left him to his fate, though I did not toss his skull into the underbrush so that it would not be further harmed. Oh, what changed your mind? Why did you ultimately choose to save Cagliari Lux rather than leaving him to harm, Grimveil? You would like it to be more greater profit motives, no doubt. The debt Emiliara Caligaro maybe might owe me, perhaps? It was nothing of that sort. Rutan. Okay, he's calling you Rutan now. I saved Lux because I realized what letting him die would make me become. Would your father have acted in that fashion, Grimveil? No, he would have killed Lux himself or enslaved him using his necromancy when he refused cooperation. So you acted in a different manner, quite different than your father did. Could it be that your father is the very thing you feared becoming? Yet here you are, experimenting with very dangerous magics in order to restore your father's legacy. Do you suppose such inconsistency in your actions makes you deep, Grimveil? It does not. It merely makes you erratic. Make no mistake, I know something about the subject. The very war that tears apart your people now, I'm encouraging from the sidelines. I'm no friend of the Brilhado. If you seek the destruction of my people, then why in the world are you trying to aid me? What is your goal in all this entropy? Why are you seeking to alter my course? It is very simple, really. I desire to survive long enough to bring my plans to fruition, and your efforts are so dangerous that they could destroy us all. You openly admit to wishing my people harm, and that your efforts to stop me here are not for the benefit of but for your own. And yet you expect me to trust a word you say? Not at all. I expect you to completely mistrust everything I say. And if you knew half of what I will bring, you would mistrust me even more. But I speak the truth, and the truth is shown by the mechanism the lore master has in place. Your trust is not required. I merely require enough to common sense on your part to realize that your own well-being is served by listening to me in this instance. Of course, if you prove to have little, I will resort to more potent methods to enforce my will here. Now you are threatening me. See, I knew you were a smart boy. Another is coming. I trust you can handle yourself, Grimveil. You are Grimveil, the son of Shardwood the Undying? Oh, Drakath is coming. Yes, I am. I know who you are. I know you are. Why have you come to me? You must know what I think of you. I come because, in truth, I do not really know why. Erebus intends this as a manipulation almost assuredly. He sent me and told me to kill you if you would not hear me. This seems apt enough for the shade. He was recently here. Erebus was here, then why still send me? To manipulate you too, no doubt. Or is that you want to stay? I've become because that you're attempting is very dangerous. Yeah, he's trying to get his necromancy back, which is very dangerous. And because I do not want you to be any more manipulative than I have myself been. Go on. You are willing to listen to me? This is turning out to be a very strange day. And I realize in retrospect that I have no great love for my father anyway, rather only a desire to preserve what I cannot hold on to. Nonetheless, I will regain my necromancy, I assure you of that. Perhaps, but the means you wish to employ now are the height of folly. There are others who may aid you in a far less destructive course. So will you hear me out? Just now, I think perhaps I am willing to listen to anything. I won't promise I won't try to kill you the second you are done. But I will hear you out, prince of the Slugrath family. Speak then. Also tell me all you may know of the shade Erebus and of the man who calls himself Rutan. Okay, there it is. Over. Okay, so what do you make of it, Abode? Manipulation. Oh, Abode says manipulations on top of manipulations. My head is spinning. I can hardly tell who is manipulating whom. I can't help but feel I am being manipulated in all of this as well. A real possibility. So how do we proceed? Very cautiously. Have you informed Falvin of this? Not yet. As I said, he is still off world. So, well, let him know. Something very wrong is going on. Okay. Oh, well, this was one long quest and really fun. And the Blade of Drakath, you get the Blade of Drakath, a Blade of Drakath that can call a phantasm of Drakath's dragon form, strike your foes with a powerful blast of darkness and leave them as unlucky as Drakath has been. Okay, look at the armors. Brilhado Necromancer notes. Rebels wore robes worn by Brilhado Necromancers. You'll be a bit more frail in these and can't deal much damage with normal attacks, but your dark spells would deal a lot more damage. Well, I'm not into using dark magic, so I'm not gonna buy this. Well, okay, I'm tired. Okay, so, well, I guess this is it for this video. If you liked what you saw, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment too if possible. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.